Hello and welcome to Explore Your Dark Side. My name is Stephanie and I'm going to tell you a tiny bit about what we're going to deliver on this page, on this channel, on this brand. So what can you expect from us? Within Explore Your Dark Side, we want to help people and maybe to kind of being the itchy scratch to figure out who you truly are, to become more self-aware, to become like truly intentional about yourself. Why is this relevant? Because it will help you to transform your relationships, to find the place of work that you truly like to be, the environment where you just thrive into, and where everything feels like more easy. In general, when we speak about personality, there is no right or wrong. It's not a kind of a test or anything. It's just a suitability to a certain role, to a certain environment, etc. So there's not like any other test, like a situational judgment test or like verbal reasoning or numerical reasoning, etc., where there's a certain opportunity of like being right or being wrong, saying the truth or the false thing. That's not the case with personality. There's only the opportunity to be a good fit for a certain role, for a certain environment, for a certain company, etc. So why do we started this whole thing? Well, the assessment I use for my coaching clients as well as in recruitment settings is Hogan Assessments. And Hogan Assessments does focus on actually bright side, dark side, as well as motives, values, and preference inventory. So most other like kind of personality assessments or coaching kind of tools do only focus on the bright side. Sometimes they focus on thinking patterns, sometimes values, but nearly never on the dark side, which is really essential. So to get like a whole picture of a person or of yourself, it's important that we also consider the parts that might not be that pleasant for yourself or for someone else, etc. So within then the normal coaching setting, there's pretty often the underlying tone of, oh, just be yourself, you're fine, just be yourself, you're gorgeous, you're awesome, you're amazing. Well, we do believe you are amazing, but not necessarily the way you are, but rather when you try to being the most amazing version of yourself. So if we like just keep that attitude of, yeah, well, I'm amazing, what do you want me to tell? We somewhat tend to maybe force a tiny bit the culture of having just plenty of assholes around, right? So, but rather if we all try to be just the best version of ourselves, to just like go this tiny bit further rather than being like, that's just the way I am, I can't change and I won't change. How about, oh yeah, well, that's how I've been, but I try to be a better version tomorrow by actually looking at your dark side, by actually looking at, okay, what are the moments when do I change my behavior? What are the moments where I tend to overuse my strengths? Maybe what are the triggers that stress me, that put me under pressure? When do I overuse my strengths and turn them into weaknesses and become unpleasant in relationships maybe? So that we can actually also focus on all these tiny little bits and pieces that are actually derailing your behavior, and pay attention to them before they become a real issue and a real problem. Worst case, dark side behavior can derail careers, etc. It can derail relationships, it can complicate things. It can maybe cost you your career and cost you your job. So to pay some attention beforehand, to be really truly reflected, who you are, what are you good at, what are you maybe not so good at, how does your behavior change when you're under pressure, when you're stressed. Maybe you tend to stop communicating with your team. So like all these tiny bits and tiny steps of where can you maybe change a tiny bit, like obviously be yourself, stay truly to yourself, but become just way more efficient in working with other people and maybe running a business or becoming a better leader. So with this whole thing of exploring your dark side, what we're going to do on this channel is really focusing on the whole kind of sets of personalities. So we obviously will also do bright side, like strengths, etc. But we will look also a lot on like reputation. So not really about, or who you think you are, but how other people do perceive you. Because, well, unfortunately, that's the reason why people hire us, or why people work with us, or why people like us, etc. Because of what or who they think we are, and not necessarily of who we think we are. Pretty often, it's also not really accessible to really access a person's own identity of who they think they are, but rather how are they perceived by others. So this is what we're going to focus on. We will also do some book reviews about stuff we read here. So it's like the whole bunch of personality, about personality development or personal development. And we really hope that this channel will become a source of knowledge, but also maybe some inspiration to start this journey of becoming more self-aware. I for myself have been on this journey for quite a while, so I mean, I'm a Hogan certified consultant, but obviously I've also done my own assessment. I actually even did my master's degree around dark side personality. So there's like a whole lot of work that have been done up front. I'm on this journey now for more than 2 years. It's 2.5 years. Before that, I have already done some work around personal development, probably since I'm 16 years old. So that's way a way long time. So trust me on that. I know what I'm talking about. I know it can be hard to change your behavior. Is particularly different because you are who you are, and this is how you've been growing up. Your personality tends to be stable, but trust me, I totally believe it's worth it. So I hope to see you here soon again, and please do let me know in the comments below if you have any wishes, requests, or anything that will be particularly interesting to you. And stay safe, and let's talk soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.